Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Welcome to Hoop Headlines. I'm your host, and today we're diving into the NBA Finals after a thrilling Western Conference Finals series between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Thunder dominated their opponents, securing a decisive Game 5 victory that sent them on to the championship round. Now, let's take a closer look at what makes the Thunder so formidable. For starters, they're masters of turnovers, an overtly physical style of play combined with an entire roster's worth of go-go gadget arms coached to constantly impede opponents. Passing lanes means the basketball is constantly loose, and that's when OKC pounces. The team is very dangerous in transition, and the roster's collective propensity to take care of the ball on their end makes for a historic concoction. The Thunder totally dominated the Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals, and it came with a very tangible result on the scoreboard. They totaled 108 points off 87 turnovers per game in the 5-game series against Minnesota, an average of 21.6 points and 17.4 turnovers per contest. That makes for quite the stark contrast compared to the Wolves' output. Anthony Edwards and co. managed only 16 points off turnovers per game in the series loss. Some of this can be chalked up to a certain level of carelessness on the opponent's part. At their worst moments, the Timberwolves were not nearly as dedicated to avoiding turnovers as they should have been. But for the most part, this is just what the Thunder do. They force the best ball handlers into an almost sheepish caution while coming up the court and relentlessly pick on the weaker links until they break over and over and over. The flood of points that follows is the result. The excellence went beneath the surface, too. One number stands out: how much Oklahoma City completely smothered Edwards and Randle. OKC's defense is obviously elite and entered the series after forcing Nikola Jokic into one of the worst stretches of play the league has ever seen from the three-time MVP. But in that second-round series, it at least felt like Jokic was valiantly battling against the incoming tide. Fruitlessly, of course, but he was putting up a fight. Edwards and Randle, though, they were just swallowed. The Thunder completely smothered them, and no number shows how complete their effort was than the 101.9 offensive rating the Wolves had in the 128 minutes the two stars shared the floor. How bad is that? The Washington Wizards had the worst offensive rating in the NBA this season at 105.8. Every player is a puppet on a string on the floor for the Timberwolves, as their coach aptly described it after their elimination. But if there was any one player who fully represents the Thunder's identity defensively, it is Lou Dort. And the numbers back it up. Among all Thunder players who defended at least 20 shots against the Wolves, Dort posted the lowest defended field goal percentage. Dort has clearly reached the rarefied air of a defender so elite that just being in the general vicinity of a shooter causes hesitation and a miss more often than not. Few players can boast the same level of shots defended and shots affected quite like Dort. Across the board in these conference finals, he's the only player to defend at least 50 shots and post a sub-40% defended field goal percentage. So there you have it. What makes the Oklahoma City Thunder so dominant on their way to the NBA Finals? Their depth of talent, their defensive excellence, and a team-first approach that's left opponents reeling.